oh, I've got you. Yeah, unfortunately.
So we know children's animated films are not scientifically accurate documentaries, but we're back with another edition of me ruining them by asking, what if they were scientifically accurate? Let's start with the film To Every Blood Vessel. Hilarity ensues. Hilarity ensues. Now, some Soviet scientists did the body. Kind of, sort of, a little bit realistic? Of course not. Come on. Even if a brain and head were kept alive and masterfully reconnected to every blood vessel and bone in a new body, every animal's brain is mapped to control the precise map of nerves and muscles in that.
I'm gonna have to stop you right there because the brain is adaptable. And if you know anything about how, if you take a surrogate arm, you put it in front of somebody, you smack it with a hammer, and they flinch, guess what? That's your body making assumptions about stuff, making your brain be all like, oh, I could really have felt that, I guess. So, flinch, because I know about it before my nerves could possibly have told me. And it does. So, here's the thing, and this is stupid, crazy. Yeah, Dogman's real. You can do that. You can flat out just take the nervous system, attach it to the other rest of the spinal cord, and as long as the brain is able to get the signals from the rest of the body, although it would want to have the heart be regulated regularly, as a dog's heart would be way more likely to.
Not compatible. Is it too.
And, like, all of that stuff, there could be ways that if you handled it correctly with some basic medications or whatever else, and you make them really drunk or really stuck on weed or some kind of stuff that makes the brain just not be a little bit full, right? Then, as the body and brain regenerate and reset themselves, and it would probably take time to learn how to, like, walk and do things. It's not entirely possible to say that they wouldn't be able to be adaptable and just know all the stuff that is going on with that body. The thing is, obviously, like any dog body, you're not used to using hands as hands, so you would flop them around like a dog moving his paws. You would have leg spasms, like twitching. You would have crazy urges to. Well, never mind. I won't get into that. But the point is, you wouldn't get anywhere with that, and that would be terrible because we human bodies don't have that kind of. It just doesn't work that way for humans. So anyway, yeah, the other thing is, would the brain of a dog have any ability to interact eventually with their hands and fingers? And they kind of are very, like, stiff fingered, but they have some. They got a little bit there. So, like, there's a bit of adaptability about dog fingers and brains that's like, okay, maybe we could figure that out, but then we got, like, the wiggly toes and everything. It's actually a lot more intuitive than you think to switch to bipedal mode or whatever and get all that working. Although the brain and the balancing thing and all of that would have to be learned. But again, the main problem isn't making the host body be able to be accepting brain inputs from a dog head. The main problem is communication because the dog's still not going to be intelligent any more than it was when it had its dog body. So it's just going to be absolutely impossible to get someone who is a personage out of the dog brain. However, there's been some really fucked up stories about organ transplants that include memories of people the organs came from, like how they died, and or whatever else happened in the organ donor's body. So, if you get an organ transplant from somebody who's happy and you weren't happy, you might have happy memories that aren't yours, and you're going to feel weird. Similarly, the body of a human being is going to have all these different embedded memories in all of its organs. They're going to transmit to the brain, and they're going to be like, well, we might actually know how to talk. Is that even possible? There's no way of knowing until we do these experiments that are creepy and weird and also fun. Listen, I might not agree with everything he said in this video, which has to do with, like, oh, the lemurs and they would have had a matriarchy. Well, that's okay. That part where he says matriarchy and all that, like, it would have been a chick. That's so freaking good writing and stuff that you have this. I mean, basically, it would have been like Skratina, where you have this chick. She's definitely the one in charge, and everyone else is doing that. That would have not changed, but the thing is we wanted to go a gay route, so that's how we went there. And the Bambi thing, and he would have had to been taken care of by a mom, makes sense. That tracks. That's how it would have happened the best. So you'd have to find like the mother of Feline and get along with them instead of, I don't know, cavorting with a skunk and everything. It's not exactly the best situation for you. And then other things involving what he said was like Zootopia and where are they getting their meat from? I mean, yeah. I mean, there's things like shots, there's like organic meat, there's eggs. You're allowed to have eggs, apparently. Well, okay, wait, that was Beastars. They're allowed to have egg salad sandwiches, which is still weird. Um, but like the whole thing is messy. And where do you get your meat from? Well, the answer to that, obviously, can you get it from like any other thing? And the problem is taurine is something I don't know much about. But what if it could be synthesized? Or what if a person could be mutated to have herbivore synthesis or omnivore synthesis of taurine? So that's an interesting idea that could probably transform a body that is used to having all of the meat and is like, yeah, now I have taurine and I am able to live. It's just taurine? So you could have like a tofu diet, but you slip. How could a vegan get taurine? That's my question. We can synthesize it ourselves. That's because we're omnivores. But then you got the Vegemite, and the Vegemite people, like freaking, like they say all these herbivores out there are herbivores. I don't think they are. I think there's a little bit of cows eating chicks happening. I think there's a little bit of other stuff, like, chickens don't just eat corn, they eat worms and bugs. They love eating bugs. And so, like, there's this whole thing about why are you feeding the chickens only corn? because they're supposed to also eat bugs. And like they get their meat from that. And then how are we having taurine from chicken or are we having to have it from other things? And how do they make it? And we're talking about all of this stuff. And it's like it's not just, oh, you give some cow some grass and that's literally all that you use to make a cow. Just a lot of grass transforms into cow, transforms into human. What is the hell is taurine? Okay, so let me look at taurine for a second here. We're talking about you got some hydrogen, nitrogen, carbon, oxygen, and something else simple. Just off the top of my head, that's what I think it is. Taurine, what is it? Side effects for dogs. Supplement for cats. I mean, it's interesting that, yeah, you would probably want something that is actually got the stuff that you need for a carnivore. What is it? Let's take a look at that. Non-protein amino acid found in various animal tissues, especially the brain, heart, and skeletal muscles. So like the arms and legs and stuff. Chicken legs are really good for stuff like this, you would think. It is also present in several foods such as meat, fish, dairy products, and energy drinks. Taurine. Okay, so if you can have it in energy drinks, then you just have people having energy drink or dairy in their diet, and then you have like cats drinking a lot of milk and stuff, and that works for the. Oh, great! That's in built is okay. What are you talking? What? Okay, what? No. Taurine energy drink is not Bill sperm. Get that out of your head. It's not real. It can't hurt you. Wait, that's not what that okay. Amino acids, some vitamins, in the case. Chemical. What about the chemically? Chemical. Blah 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 blah. No, I mean the actual freaking like. Okay, there it is. Taurine. Carbon, two hydrogen, what, seven nitrogen, and the S. What it was? Sulfuric acid? Amino sulfuric acid? Sulfur sulfuric acid. Huh. What the fuck? Okay. Sulfuric acid is not what I would expected. But that's crucial for nerve growth and hydration. Heart brain function and stuff. It's a good thing I have pizza pockets that have all the meat I would ever need. Reducing fatigue and suffering vision. Promotion of mental resilience. I just have a resilient mind. Says Kinger. He must be chugging bull sperm. Winky face. Joking. Taurine danger. Pregnant sex. Hurt baby top of his head. Taurine, while naturally in the body, a high dose is especially from energy drinks and mixed with alcohol, caffeine, poses dangers such as increased risk of cardiac issues, potentially exacerbating blood cancers like leukemia, and medication interactions and blood thinners and antidepressants. So, like the taurine, specifically, that shit in energy drinks does all the bad stuff, except for when it does the good stuffs. I find that to be weird. Mixing taurine and something alcohol and something mask the alcohol's effects, leading to greater consumption and risky behaviors and potentially causing cardiac events. Well, that's the cardiac is the mixture of the two, and the alcohol with an energy drink is obviously good, but it's the taurine, the sulfuric acid, which is the only thing I think is the real substance here. Cancer link. Recent studies show taurine can fuel leukemia growth. Lab settings. I mean, if it has to do with making the freaking muscles and stuff grow, then if you're gonna grow too often or something, then you're probably gonna grow the wrong way, and that ain't good for you. Um, the drug metabolism enzymes, antidepressants and anti-seizure meds, blood thinners and strain satans, whatever. Notes of Cleveland. Um, can embrace effects of blood pressure or lowering antihypertensive drugs. Individuals existing heart conditions and kidney problems are bipolar disorder and epilepsy. He should be cautious about drinking energy drinks as well as, I don't know, overdosing on meat. Apparently, pregnant breastfeeding women, young people, frequently consumers of energy drinks. Yeah, energy energy drinks, taurine. Huh. So it's like you get this stuff and it could be bad for kidneys? Well, a safe and normal amounts, but an excessive intake especially from the energy drinks, can strain the kidneys potential. I think the energy drinks have other things that could be considered the functioning problem of kidneys, not the taurine itself. But who knows? Who knows? It may induce acute kidney injury due to rare case. Is it the taurine itself is productive properties against kidney damage? Protective properties against kidney damage. So it's like, it makes you think that it's not the taurine doing the damage with the energy drinks, it's the energy drinks and the stuff in them, which we don't have a conclusion on, apparently, from this AI study. Don't take AI as perfectly valid information because you never know. Extreme doses, pre-existing conditions, and energy drink ingredients, combination of caffeine, sugar, and other stimulants. Energy drinks I have not had today, shut up, can be problematic and potentially leading to kidney stones and injury. That's not great. Taurine. Okay, so what I've learned is taurine can be gotten other ways, like energy drinks and milk, and also don't do it in too much. And also, carnivores and stuff don't need the freaking, but they're less likely to eat energy drinks and milk. But I mean, animals like that could get milk, and then where are they getting the milk? There's got to be some kind of animal that just gives a lot of milk, and guess what? It's not the cows. Oh, I just blew your mind. It's not the cows. It's likely goats. Try everything. Yeah, that's right. Our pop star singer, the goat, is also, probably one of the slimmest goats you'll ever see, but also means that she's not one of the ones who will be providing the milk for people. But, I mean, her kind probably are because goat milk, am I right? You just feed them anything, they give you milk. You get milk, um, and they don't need nearly as much diversity and whatever else. But who knows? Who knows? Who knows? It could be It could be cows. It could be cows. It could be humans. Milk in Zootopia. That would be weird. Human milk in Zootopia? Like there's no humans in Zootopia. There's just not. That's amusing that anyone would say that. And then you got like what? Elephants? No. You got snakes? No. Don't milk snakes for milk. That doesn't work. You milk them for the poison. Um, and then you have um, what else would be a good source of milk? I don't know. Cats. Clawhauser and his mom. Goddamn. Lots of milk there. He's a big boy, and he eats. You gotta eat a lot, but also like he done be a big boy. He's not doing the energy drink thing. He's doing the also what about Flash? What is up with Flash? What is the metabolistic dynamics of Flash and how he can drive fast? Because of course he would like to experience things fast, but he himself can't go fast, so he compensates by having a fast car. But how can he drive the car fast? He needs fast reflexes to drive car fast accurately without crashing, and he's good at that. Which means he's not moving slow, he's moving fast. So what is he doing? There's some kind of uh what do you call that? Paradox? Parallax. Yeah, that Parthenax? What the fuck? Oh, is that a dragon? What do we got in the comments here? Synthetic taurine. I mean, freaking energy drinks, yeah, and stuff. King Julian drag queen. No. Um, New Fury. King Julian is a drag queen. No, that's not Fury. That's reality. He is a drag queen. The problem is he's supposed to be a woman. That's the funny thing. There are 3 Zootopias. Mammals eat. Oh, they can eat fish. Yeah, there's a whole fish thing happening, which is Zootopia 2 confirms that there is meat available, acceptable for eating by a special aquatic district where there are sea mammals. Eat a lot of fish. Spoilers! Not spoilers. King Julian definitely different. Maybe that's why he became leader. I mean, he is very charismatic or whatever. So, like, it's just a story. Move on. He would have been slapped a long time ago. Or not. I don't know. He's just very bossy and stuff. Women might not. Women have been around him and stuff, so it's a whole weird thing. Soviet dog story ruined my day. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not ruined by that. I'm just saying, Doghead but it was real is like, that's all I want to show about that. Uh, so anyway, I think that yeah, it started with Doghead, and then I went into all the things that he said, and then I have to wonder, um, what other animals can you put on top of a human's head, and how would they be? We've always seen the fly, so that doesn't work.